Hey, 8th grade, Miss Lawson here. I am going to be sharing all the information that you have been wanting to know about the documentaries you're going to create today in this video. We are going to go over some common questions that you guys have had about the documentary, and I'm going to tell you what your documentary needs to include by sharing the rubric with you. And I think this is going to be super helpful to answer some of the questions I've already received via email and text and phone calls. So please make sure you watch the video. I'm sharing so much important information with you today. Before we move on though, I really also want to just tell you guys that this is going to not just be a grade and not just a way to hopefully fill your time and do something fun during quarantine, but it's also going to be a competition. So I haven't decided on the grade cutoff, but I'm thinking if you get an 85 or above on your documentary for your grade, I will submit your documentary to three, either like principal or teacher judges. I'll have a panel of three. They will grade your documentary and they will select a first, second, and third place winner. First place winner is going to receive a $100 gift card to Amazon. Second place winner, a $50 gift card, and third place winner, a $25 gift card. And those will be sent to your, I believe, your email address. You'll have like a code that you can enter into Amazon that gives you credit. And that will be delivered to your email in the final week of school if you win. So this is no longer just a grade, but also a competition for who can be, most creative and really put their best effort into this. So I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and get into answering some of your common questions, and let's go ahead and get into what is going to be required of you during this project. Okay guys, so many of you have asked me, what are we doing, Miss Lawson? I tried to roll it out kind of slowly and I think it created a little bit of confusion. So I'm just going to tell you, here's what you're doing. Here's what's required of you. A rubric is something that tells you the expectations and what's required for a project or assignment, and it's what I'm going to use to grade you as well. So for your documentary, it is going to be a 4 to 6 minute long documentary. If you have an iPhone or an Android, it is really easy to use software simply just using your phone. I made mine on my phone. That's it. So if you have an iPhone, you're going to need the app iMovie, which is free, and it comes with most iPhones already there. So if you've never deleted it, it'll be there. So you're going to use iMovie or another video editing software that you can use on your phone, and you are going to film and edit the film there. It's going to be 4 to 6 minutes long. It must have a variety of media, meaning it cannot just all be photo slideshow or all just one big interview. You must have video footage, interview, photos. You need to mix it up, right? So it must be 4 to 6 minutes. It must have a clear theme or central idea, something that you intentionally created so that the person viewing it knows what you wanted to teach them, either a moral or life lesson or some information, right? It must be creative, so you can use different lighting, different color choices, different music. You can do fun things with editing and effects. It must have a point of view. I should know what your attitude or perspective on your topic is. You need to create a strong sense of mood. Again, you can use lighting, music, sound effects, your narration, all kinds of different things to make sure you're creating the feeling you want in your viewer. It must contain facts or information, 1 to 2. It can either be something that you put on the screen through text or that you say to your audience in some way. It must have a clear purpose. I should be able to tell, are you trying to inform me, convince me, make me feel sorry for someone? It should be very clear what your purpose is. And finally, you must have one interview. You may interview yourself by simply planning what questions you would ask yourself, putting yourself in front of the camera, and then kind of talking to the camera to answer the questions. Because for some of you, You are going to be the subject of your own documentary, right? So those are the expectations for this assignment. And we are, again, going to go over these things in more detail as we roll out the unit. So I know that was a lot, but if you're someone who just wants to get started on this is what you need. If you're asking yourself, Ms. Lawson, how do I do this? Well, the best way is to watch other people's documentaries and sort of copy their style. And tomorrow you're going to see my documentary. So you can see a real 4 to 6 minute video that was created on an iPhone that meets most of the criteria on this rubric. And then I think Miss Garcia's is also going to be done. So you're going to be able to see 2 examples of what this should look like. So many of you have asked me, what am I supposed to study? Or what is my topic? That is totally up to you. If you can make a video about it and it meets this criteria, then that's great. I will say, many of you have said, like, I'm going to study this basketball player. I'm going to document this celebrity. Or it's just going to be about me. That is too vague. Think about it. It must express a central idea, a point of view, contain facts and information. So this is not a vlog, right? Your subject needs to be something you can really study and dig deep on. It shouldn't just be you sitting in front of a camera talking about yourself, or just you walking around saying, here's what I did today. That's not what this is. So just saying you're the subject or what I've been doing during quarantine is the subject will not work. Also, if you're trying to make someone famous your subject, you cannot easily document that. Saying like Michael Jordan is going to be my documentary subject, in what way? How you need to give me more details about how you're going to make that work, because you can't just follow Michael Jordan around. So if there's a creative way that you think you can make this work, please let me know. But otherwise, you're going to want to focus on you as the subject, someone in your household as the subject, or something else in your environment as the subject. I really hope that's helpful to you guys. I want to show you one more thing that I think is going to be helpful as we make our way through this documentary project. Okay guys, so there are some limitations as to what and how I can post as a teacher right now in Google Classroom to avoid confusion. So I've created a document that you've already seen if you've completed your documentary planning form that is due today at 6 p.m. Every time we do a assignment related to our documentary in any way, I'm going to link this document into our materials for that day, because I have linked all of the assignments related to our documentary project, and all of your resource and reference materials are going to be linked here. So let's say I ask you to complete something that's related to your documentary project and it has a due date. Then it's going to be right here. So I've already assigned you guys your documentary planning form. So it's here and I have the due date listed. If it's just something that is a resource or reference material that you might need to go back and look at throughout your project, but it doesn't have a due date, it will be here. So your rubric is linked here. The one that I just showed you and we just went over. As you are going through your project, you should be looking at that rubric and asking yourself, am I creating a mood? Have I included an interview? You should be going down it like it's a checklist. And when you don't have something, you should be trying to include that in your film. Remember, guys, you might be just collecting a lot of material at first, not editing it in yet because you don't have a clear vision yet, and that's okay. Right now, if you don't have a topic, your first priority is getting with me to help you figure out what it is, and I'm going to spend a large chunk of my time on Friday making calls to help you with that. However, if you already have a sort of plan, you can start filming interviews on your phone, filming footage related to your topic, right? Because later on, you're going to be able to pull from all of that while you're editing your video. Also, if you're like, Miss Lawson, I don't know how to edit, that's totally fine, guys, because I'm going to teach you exactly how to edit a video on your iPhone or Android. I can definitely teach you iMovie, and then there's a very similar one for Android phone users that I will share later on as well. So again, take it step by step. Right now, you can just be collecting your footage if you know your topic or subject. And please reach out to me with any questions. So right now, you guys are just going to go in, study that rubric that I just briefly went over, and answer some questions about it on your Google form. And then tomorrow, you're going to use it to grade my documentary. So that should be interesting. I will go ahead and let you guys jump to it because I'm trying to keep these lessons short. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, and don't forget to turn in your documentary planning form by 6 p.m. Bye.